Eat, sleep, NASCAR.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Eat, Sleep, NASCAR, episode 6. Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. You ever been to Vegas?
No.
No?
No, have you?
I have.
You have?
Terrible.
Why?
How the fuck can you grin? How the fuck can you grin? You know how much I'm stuck? You give a fuck? Do you?
Anyway, I'm TJ. This is Mike. We're both mechanics. We say the same things every episode, so you know who we are.
Yep.
And hopefully by now you know who we are.
If this is your first time watching,
Yeah, if it's your first time watching,
this is why we do the intro.
thank you.
Yes, we were NASCAR fans for many years, and we decided as brothers to sit down on my couch in my garage, record ourselves for some interesting reason,
Yep.
put my cars behind me, and have my mom make a sign.
His mom.
Our mom.
We don't have the same mom, apparently. Different moms.
Did I not correct
Different
myself? Did I not
moms.
correct myself?
I don't know, maybe.
I said, excuse me.
Anyway, let's go into Green Flag Pit Stop News.
It's time for Green Flag Pit Stop.
Chase Elliott was in a snowboarding accident over the weekend, which resulted in breaking his leg and being out for 6 weeks, possibly more, maybe less. Josh Berry will replace Chase Elliott in the oval tracks, and Jordan Taylor will replace him in the road course at COTA. If you don't know who Jordan Taylor is, he's a man who used to have a mullet, and now he races in the Corvette Racing Series. Todd Gilliland's going to be driving the 15 for Rick Ware this weekend, while Zane Smith's going to be in Todd Gilliland's 38 for Front Row Motorsports. Dawson Cram is going to be making his Xfinity debut this weekend in the 74. Leland Honeyman will be racing for Alpha Prime Racing in the 45. Kyle Busch is also going to be racing in the Xfinity Series this weekend. Ryan Truex is going to be racing in the Xfinity Series for Joe Gibbs Racing in the number 19, while his older brother, Martin, will be driving the 19 in the Cup Series. Ooh.
And that was Green Flag Pit Stop News.
What?
Green flag pit stop.
Green Flag Pit Stop. News. Yeah,
News.
News.
All right, let's get in it. What happened this week, buddy?
What happened this week?
Yeah, truck race.
The truck race. Kyle Busch kicked ass.
Man, oh, look at you picking him.
Kyle Busch kicked ass. You can't. There's no reason not to pick Kyle Busch
In the truck race.
in a truck race.
I mean, I did like the sweep idea, but
I failed.
not really.
I failed miserably.
Cups. I don't know what the hell was going on RCR with the cups, but yeah. All right. So anything with the truck race besides Kyle Busch winning, or I mean, Haley Deegan got fucking crashed out.
Haley Deegan crashed out again. I feel bad for her.
I'm not sure if it's wrong.
Hopefully this week she does better.
I'm not sure if it's wrong place, wrong time, or what the hell's going on. But
I think it was just wrong place, wrong time.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's a lot of those happening.
Yeah, but the truck race was pretty much dominated by Kyle Busch. Pretty much the whole time. So, some people look good, some people look bad. But Kyle Busch was the man who was glad at the end of the night.
What?
Because he got the prize.
Cool. How was the Xfinity race?
Boring till like the last 5 laps, tell you that.
I unfortunately did not watch the Xfinity race. I was busy
Oh.
at drill, but
Austin Hill and Justin Allgaier were just like cranking it and just coming. I don't know what it was, but like
What?
either Chandler's car couldn't hold it, but they were coming, dude. They were cranking it,
What?
dude. They were.
you
Dude.
You said
Austin Hill.
You
Hold
said
on.
cranking,
So
cranking, coming, and holding.
cranking,
Those
coming,
are-
and holding.
those
All
are
right.
your
Well,
acronyms, bro.
check
Those
it
are
out.
your adjectives right there. Cranking, coming, and holding.
Well, sometimes you gotta crank it while you hold it. So you know. Anyway,
Sorry.
there's like probably like 4 laps left, and Austin Hill was able to cut the lead down to like a second, and then he chopped it down to like a half a second, and we're on the last lap, and they're coming around the, I forget, turn 1 or something, and here goes Austin Hill right by Connor.
What?
Justin?
What?
7?
7. Chandler.
Monica? What the fuck are you talking
Holy shit, I'm so sorry, guys.
Okay, so
Today, Junior?
you're
Last
saying-
lap pass around Chandler Smith.
Oh, okay.
So-
all right, I got you.
We were watching it for like 20 laps. You know, we did Chandler's just winning, and you're like, all right, this is pretty boring, you know? But thank goodness for Austin Hill cutting that lead down. And if there was probably 3 or 4 more laps left, the 7 would have probably passed him. But Austin Hill's kicking ass this year.
Pick names, take ass.
Won Daytona, finished 6th last week in the Auto Club, and then he finishes 1st this week.
Is your favorite?
I think he's the favorite right now. For RCR, the favorite for the Xfinity.
Cool.
I don't think
Well, good for him.
there's no one really from. I mean, maybe the 7, but
What did I say
From Junior
before
Motorsports.
the season started? Once AJ, Noah, and Gibbs left,
there's got to be new people.
there's Austin.
Yeah, but Austin Hill won last year, so he was
I
good
know,
last
but like,
year.
there's no other. Yeah, but Austin would have to fight if Noah and Gibbs and AJ.
Yeah,
he
you'd
would
have to fight them,
But
yeah.
now all he has to worry about is the
No-
7 and the 2, the junior motorsports.
Yeah.
Basically, Gibbs. I don't think. Well, give me Gibbs drivers that are gonna fucking be up there like this.
Well,
last
the
year.
19 is a rotationary car. Sammy Smith is in the 18.
Right. What about
In the
college
20s,
racing?
a rotationary car,
What
pretty
about
much.
college racing? There's no like.
You got Daniel Hemrick in the 11.
Eh.
You got
The guy won one race. Yes, it was a
He won,
championship
yeah.
race, but that was it. I mean, good for him. But
you got 10 is a rotationary car, and 16 is Chandler Smith or Connor Smith.
which is
since
not.
like to
I don't
call
think
him
it's a
Connor.
bad thing because I like Xfinity because I feel like they drive like just like old school NASCAR, and everyone really does enjoy it because Xfinity does put a good show on. But I don't know, the competition. Maybe give it a couple more weeks. Maybe the competition come back up.
If they had a way where the Cup teams can make an Xfinity car with the same numbers and put their Cup drivers in there, both races had the same results.
What?
With the so you're saying if Cup drivers drove Xfinity cars,
An
I
Xfinity
think,
car
I think the majority say
made
yes.
by their
yes. Yes.
So you'd pretty much have
Because
the same.
because you've seen it before. You've seen like Will and Byron like dominate last year in a race that was just in some RCR car. He just decided to drive around.
No, but you know how like AJ was dominant. I know that his skill level is probably way better than
Yeah.
anyone that was in Xfinity.
What happened with Kyle during
But
the race? Nothing. He was
he-
racing. He was in
what?
the tank car, wasn't he?
I think he said it was real tight or something like that. It
Right.
just wasn't handling
I heard
the way
that
he wanted.
if they put the NASCAR guys, the Cup guys, in Xfinity cars with the
With the
make and
same
model,
people
yeah,
that
whatever.
are good.
Yes, they say
Would they speak good?
competition wise and show wise, Xfinity does it put on somewhat of a better show compared to especially last year. They said, but that could just because the way the package is and maybe a competition, but it could be wrong. It's a hearsay kind of situation. You know, like if the best college team in football, can they beat the worst team in NFL? It's like the same premise. Like you think it's possible, but
No,
it might
that's
not
not
be.
what I'm talking about.
But I know what you mean, though.
I literally mean if all the Cup teams made their own Xfinity car and put their Cup driver in that Xfinity car, and they had back-to-back races Saturday and Sunday, like a one-time event, would the same people that are like the stars of Cup, would they rule the same in Xfinity, or would like Cole Custer be better than what he is now?
I would say the Cup guys are.
Even though Cole Custer wouldn't be in it.
I would say the reason why those guys are.
Like, you know how AJ's good at Xfinity? Would
I,
his skill level still be good with?
I would say, if they put the Cup guys in those cars, Cup guys are going to win. They're Cups. They're in the highest. You're saying like minor league. If you put MLB players down the minor league car events, yes, it's a shorter distance.
No, it's
I know what you're saying.
you're not talking.
Okay. So Gibbs makes cars.
The best drivers.
So Gibbs.
All right, no, you know how we have tier 1 drivers of Cup.
Yes.
All right, take all those 5 tiers,
Yes.
put them in an Xfinity car.
That's what I'm saying.
We're only switching the car, not anything else.
I know that. That's what I'm saying.
No extra drivers. Is the same 36 drivers.
Yes.
Would Chase Elliott still be Chase Elliott in Xfinity?
Yes, he would.
In an
Does
Xfinity
Kyle
car.
Larson jump in the fucking dirt car and win all the fucking events? Yes, because he's a really good driver. It doesn't matter what you put him in. Yes, that's why they're in Cup, because they're really good drivers. Very good. Best in the country. Drivers. That make sense?
I'm just gonna.
I don't understand what.
You don't understand what I'm talking about.
You asked me a question.
All right, you got the Gen 7 and Gen 6.
Oh, Jesus.
Basically, Xfinity is Gen 6, right?
Yes. No, it's not. But keep going.
I guess we already know that because they switched it over. Like, Kyle Larson was good in the Gen 6, but then when they went to Gen 7, he was like, meh, the first year.
Well, I mean, the competition more. It's a whole different thing with that, but yeah.
I'm saying, on Sunday, instead of using their
Give me one driver and give me an example. Saying Chase Elliott.
all 36 drivers,
Yes.
charters, all 36 of them, instead of using the Gen car, they're using the Xfinity car in the same race with each other.
Okay.
There's no other drivers
Okay.
but the 36
Net Cup guys.
Cup guys.
Okay.
There's 2 races.
Yes.
There's one with the Xfinity car
Okay.
and one with the Cup car.
Yes.
But the people that are the stars in the Cup still be the stars in the other car, or would someone else be like AJ be way better than what he is now?
One more time. I'm going to say this one time. Yes. Yes.
I still don't think you know what I'm talking about. But
You said, what's your question?
All right, Noah Gragson. Noah Gragson.
No.
Would he be any better?
Noah Gragson would not be able to beat or be in competition with the Cup guys
if he had his Xfinity car.
Yes. It doesn't matter if Noah Gragson is used to it. If Noah Gragson is good in an Xfinity car and you put Chase Elliott in his own Xfinity car, Chase is beating his ass.
Well, not right now.
Yes. Well, not right now, but Kyle Larson. Yes. The Cup, yes. You're saying, based on experience, Noah and Gibbs and AJ, would they do good against the Cup guys if they all were on an Xfinity car? That's your question.
Yes.
No. The Cup guys would win. The Cup guys would blow them out of the water. Not saying it would be close.
They're all Cup guys.
Yep. That's the original Cup
The good guys
yes,
would be.
Yes. That's why they're the good guys.
Like Denny Hamlin would still be good either
he
car.
Would be stupid good. Yes. Yes.
Hey, they should do that for the All-Star race.
They want to do it.
The All-Star race would be dope.
Remember what was the race, the car they used to go in?
Build your own Xfinity car and let
Arca?
them fuck it up.
What was that, like, Universal cars, all different colors and shit?
IROC?
IROC.
Where it was like everyone had
the same car.
Yeah, that's what SRX is.
Hmm?
SRX series is that.
Yeah.
What?
Let's get into it. Practice of qualifying was boring. The 5 was fast in practice. Qualifying 22. Got the pole.
You know what happened to 21?
What?
There was an Xfinity nut on the speedway, and it hit his fucking coolant or the coolant and spilled all out, and that's how he slipped on the water and crashed into the wall and wrecked his car in practice because of a fucking Xfinity nut.
I didn't know that.
That's what Clint Boyer said. He said, hey, that's an Xfinity nut. And I'm like, how do you know it's not a truck nut? Could have been a truck nut.
I didn't know that. Interesting.
Now you know.
Now everyone knows. All right. Pre-race, like green flag pit stop news went over. Chase broke his tibia while snowboarding in Colorado, 2 hours of surgery. Unknown when they come back. That's actually wrong. Now we know he's going to come back in 6 weeks or more. There's a lot of debate between the community of NASCAR and the other drivers of like, is it smart for him to do this during the season? And I think majority would say you have to live your life because the drivers drive or earn events or doing stuff for 90% of the season of the year.
Yeah, but they're getting paid millions.
Yes, there's the other side of the coin saying you're getting paid to do your job, to race, sponsor, all this other stuff, but you're still a human being, and the guy wants to go snowboarding. Listen, other drivers do other things. Like Jimmy Johnson used to do triathlons. I think Daniel Suarez does mountain biking. Like they can all. Kyle Larson, all the other drivers, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, they all do dirt racing. They can get hurt during those dirt racing. Or XRX or X, what is it called?
SRX.
XRX, they can get hurt driving those cars. Haley D can jump in the car. They can all get hurt in those cars if they choose to do it. But
I
that's
feel
the
like
thing.
it's like if it's a car activity, it's different.
You can still get hurt though. You're doing something that's not. It's like football players.
Yeah, but
They get hurt
you
going
can't even,
somewhere.
like, who goes snowboarding in the middle? Like they
He's
do.
a thrill seeker. He flies his own planes, bro. That's what he does. Snowboarding. I want to know about what happened though. Was it a freak accident? Was it his fault? Was it something that he couldn't control? Like things happen.
Your feet are strapped to the board.
Yeah. What about drivers that drive from their shop to the house? They can get car accidents. Like I get
yeah,
it.
but
I get
I think that would be totally different.
I know, but I get the whole premise of like
snowboarding is an extreme sport.
Yeah, but it depends on what.
And Chase Elliott is Rick Hendrick's investment.
Not really.
Yes,
He's got 3 other drivers who just got 1, 2, 3 in Las Vegas.
All right, and your most popular driver
Yes.
in the whole NASCAR
no
community.
Offense or anything, but I like Chase. Now, don't get me wrong. I think he's the best driver. But you have Kyle Larson sitting on your bench.
All right, but there's a possible chance that you might not even be able to.
True. You're 100%
run for the playoffs.
Or no, he got it. I think it went through.
It didn't go through yet.
No. It should go through.
It could, but
he needs to be above 30 points, and then he needs to win a race and to be in the playoffs. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. They'll be fine.
I don't know. I just feel like
Kyle Busch do that too when he broke his leg.
Yeah, but like wait till the off season to go snowboarding. Don't go snowboarding the day before you have to.
He's on a West Coast swing. They're all over there. Still.
I guess so. I mean,
opportunity
right there.
fucking calls. You go to fucking Colorado. You snowboard. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's like you. But that's what I'm saying. What about Kyle?
I don't know. It's not like if I had millions of dollars, I'd be like, dude.
Yeah, but you still want to do what you want. It's fun. People want to do fun things, bro. I can't just. And it wasn't like he was wakeboarding or like getting pulled by.
Yeah, but like in other sports,
they have certain clauses
where they can't do things.
Yes,
like
Christopher
Bell.
You can't drive a motor. You can't ride a motorcycle in the NFL. Technically,
Christopher Bell can't drive the midget cars anymore.
That's based on the
Joe Gibbs told him you can't drive those. Too dangerous.
Shit
I don't
happens.
need you breaking your leg or something.
And shit happens. It's not the playoffs. It's the second race of the season. I don't think it's a big deal. Maybe now Chase would be like, I'll wait for the offseason. All right?
Well, they asked. I know they asked Kyle Larson. Larson said because he likes to go skiing. He's like, I'm still gonna go skiing.
Yeah,
not gonna bother me.
Yeah. Driving for us as fans is like, oh, this has got to be the greatest thing. For them, it's like they might be at the time of point.
Well, I guess
like
you gotta leave your
But you gotta like get out of the. What are you gonna do? You can't always do racing. You go snowboarding, go surfing, go fucking. He fly. Okay, Chase. It's not a dangerous thing he ever does. By the way, he has a pilot's license. He flies all the time in a single engine plane. Like he does that.
Yeah.
He has his own plane.
He flies to Hendrick.
Yeah. So what? Is he gonna stop doing what he wants to do? No, let him live his life, bro. Not here just to race cars.
I guess so.
I understand it though. Like you're on a contract and stuff like that, but it's only 3 seasons.
Yeah, but now, like,
and now I think he might be a little more.
You got Josh Berry in the car, and it did not look good.
Josh Berry does not know how to drive that car. Number one, no one knew how to drive the car last year. Number 2,
yeah, but then you have Jordan Taylor taking over on the road course. When he
already
already posted something where he said this is going to be a big learning curve.
Yeah, because
he don't know how to drive the car either.
No one.
So like, wouldn't you like I know someone was talking on Door Bump and Clear. They were talking about possibly getting Corey LaJoy.
Why? I wouldn't.
Because Corey LaJoy knows how to drive a cup car.
Yeah, but why would you? That makes no fucking sense. Why would you get him out of his own car with his own sponsor, his own contract to drive the 9 car? He's in the 7, and he got 2 top 20s already.
All
He's
right, I'm
doing
going to
very
tell
good
you,
this
I
season.
might be a little off on my history, but I believe when Davey Allison passed away, Robert Yates' team asked whatever team Ernie Irvan was on to use him to drive the car, and they gave him permission to drive the car.
That might have been different. It's obviously different scenarios. If I'm the 7, I'm not jumping out of my car to drive the 9 for no points.
Why?
Because who's gonna drive my car? He's contending.
Yeah, but you get to drive
Who gives a
possibly
shit?
one of the best cars,
What
out
does
of
that
the top
mean?
10 cars.
What does that mean? I'm still doing really.
Actually, he hasn't been good this
No.
whole season.
Who? Chase?
Chase.
He got 2nd last week at Auto Club, bro.
Was he?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a driver. It's not the car.
It is the driver.
It's the driver, not the car.
Anyway,
All right, so that was pre-race. Danica Patrick was in the booth this week. I think she's on it next week too.
I don't care.
I think they're doing the swing, right? So they had Tony and then Danica, and then they're trying to come with someone else.
Danica, and then I think they're Atlanta after that.
After Phoenix this week.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, yeah.
It's kind of cool.
What, the swing? West Coast
It's kind of like you got Daytona, and then you got Fontana, and then, I wish it was a better race.
What? I thought it was a good race. You didn't like Fontana? This wasn't that. This
this one.
but it was your typical 1.5-mile track. The restarts were the best though. But we'll get into it.
They had like 10 people on the lead lap or some shit.
No. Oh, yeah.
Is that the Xfinity race?
I think that was the Xfinity race. All right, so the Cup race, Las Vegas is a 1.5-mile track. The weather was the same thing as Fontana, mid-50s. No snow, but it was cold. The fans were decent. I think Fontana had a lot more fans in this one.
Yeah.
The restarts were honestly the best part of the race. They went 3 to 4 wide for a few laps until they spread off. I am going to go through the stages and everything like that, but I could just put a real quick post-it note up here. Hendricks. It was the 24, the 5, and the 48, the entire race. There was, once in a blue moon, you saw the 1, and then you saw...
Well, the Toyotas were up there, too.
Toyotas showed good speed this week.
Bell
the Fords
was up
didn't
there.
Hamlin
was
Bubba,
up there.
Yeah, but they
Bubba was up there.
I think they didn't have long speed. They had short speed, which they stayed. But Hendricks had it.
Well, I think it's something with the Chevy's noses or something that they're...
Arrow?
When I was listening to Denny Hamlin before...
You mean Arrow?
He was talking about how the Chevys just have a better arrow or something. They're just way better. And the Fords are like shit.
Yeah, but the Fords are good at speedways, though, because they're flat front end and can push. So it's a kind of a catch-22.
You only have six of those races. You
just need to get one to get in the playoffs.
I mean, the Fords will probably be good next week.
And who won?
Only one
who won the
Ford
championship last year?
Your boy, Joey Logano.
Don't say that. I'm not rooting for him either.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm glad he crashed.
Joey.
No.
Joey.
Shut up. Stage 1 went to Will and Byron. By the way, we both said no Will. Actually, you said Will and Byron. Playoffs. I think that was one we switched. I kept the 48 and you switched to 24.
Oh, they're talking about
Playoffs.
Anyway, William Byron was a monster today.
Fast track, 190 miles an hour during the race. The 22 and the 12 was interesting to see that they were the same sponsor for the race, Pennzoil 400, and the 22 and the 22 and the 12 had the same paint scheme.
What?
Oh,
I like that. Yeah, they both had.
No.
Yes.
Ryan Blaney had Menards on the side of his car.
On the side, but on the hood, the main sponsor was.
All right, and Joey Logano
had Pennzoil.
Had a fucking Steve Park look-alike.
Okay, they're both Pennzoil cars. The main sponsor was Pennzoil for both of them.
Okay.
So that's my point of saying that.
What?
I thought
All
it
right,
was
so
cool.
when
Oh,
Ty Gibbs
shit.
and Tyler Reddick have the same sponsor, you're like, oh, they were so cool. There's two monster cars out there.
Yeah, I would have said something if the race was sponsored by fucking Monster, but this race was sponsored by
And
Pennzoil.
they do that every year.
I know. I think that was interesting to see the 24
What?
and the 12 to have the same sponsor for the race.
22.
22.
24 had
20
Raptor.
What is that?
I don't even know what it is.
I think it's the paint thing.
I think it's a dinosaur.
Well, yeah. Yes. All right, stage 2. Ended up with 24, the 5, and the 48. Like I said, Hendricks was just dominating the whole time. 24 had this first stage sweep between first and second stage. And actually, it was pretty interesting to see during the race the 1, the 99, the 19, the 20, the 23, the 6. I don't know how Kazowski was up there, but he was up there all the time. And the
Kozlowski's
45,
doing better this year in the car.
he is. And the 45 showing good speed finally, Reddick, because so far we're kind of nervous at him not doing what he should be doing as good as a driver he is.
Well,
Especially with Kyle fucking winning already. It's kind of interesting. You got to keep your eye on that to see if, was that a good move to jump out of the 8,
I don't think it was.
By the end of the stage 2, there were no cautions during the race. And then we got to the last stage again. 24 and the 5 are just right on each other. And then you got this weird crash, a little aggressive driving for the 22. He decided to shove himself into the high banks off bank 4. The 6 and the 8 got 3 wide, squeezed the 22. The 22 spun out and then jumped the curb in the middle of the front stretch and broke his suspension or something. He was out of the race. He broke something on it. But
Toe link,
you could
probably.
saw his fucking
Probably the toe
You
line.
can fix that though. Why can't you fix a toe link? It's like a
They're in the West Coast swing. I don't know if they. I mean, you can, but
there's no way they don't have a toe. Maybe it was so bad they're like it's not worth it.
I don't know.
Well, he put him in the garage. It mustn't work.
Did you see Eric Omarola class
At the end.
at the end?
Yeah, we got there.
You think that was like corny?
One.
Because he didn't. He just like hit the wall and just kept going straight.
Maybe there was debris. That
What?
is interesting. We'll get to that. It's on a. You got to read the script.
Oh, sorry.
Pay attention. All right. So the after the 22 crash, there was a pretty cool battle between the 5, the 11, the 1, and the 48, and then behind them was the 6, the 23, the 24, and the 19. And they were going 3 to 4 wide. They were going up on each other, getting speed, losing speed. For a couple laps, that was really cool. Then the 10 hit the wall at 4 laps to go, which the 5 was definitely going to win at that time. So they all went into the pits except the 19. Did not go
I think
into
more
pits.
people should have done it.
What? Going to pits? Or not done?
I feel like there was 20 cars on the lead lap.
Give or take, yeah.
So if you were 10 to 20, you could have been in the front, and you would have William Byron would have had to drove around like 12 cars.
I feel like
One of those cars could. Martin Truex still finished like 6th.
yeah, but like Fontana, right? Your tires were the biggest thing. Like that track ate your shit up.
Yeah, but it's
Las Vegas didn't eat your tires up, but the advantage was enough where getting fresh tires. You saw what happened to 19.
Yeah.
They went 3 wide on him, and they dumped this. They just fucking
All right,
blew
but
right by him.
all right, so what if there was like 5 of them?
You're right. That could have
They could
They could've-
have. Look,
for
all
at
they
least a lap,
honestly,
for at least
all
a
they
lap.
had to go was a lap,
for a lap. Yeah,
and AJ already crashed.
maybe
They could have went a lap.
As far as I know,
Blocked
I think the
that whole thing
yeah,
up.
no, they all went in except the 19.
Like if you were Noah, well, Noah was probably he had the 3 speeding penalties.
What's up with your boy? Trying to figure out the car.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the point standings? Who's up between Gibbs and
Let's get.
Gibbs ain't doing too hot either. So
What do you mean? He qualified 6th.
he qualified 6th. What did he ended up though?
I don't know.
Anyone can
Let's
put their
figure it
car
out.
fast. Look at the 22. He got the pole in the end of.
Yeah.
So yeah, the last lap was pretty cool. They took the white flag The 16 and the 41 got into each other and crashed. And very interesting, we didn't see any type of footage afterwards. NASCAR let it go, which is very interesting to see them not. They usually always throw the yellow, and it's like, okay, you guys, yellow.
Yeah,
checkered.
I
They let
thought that was
let it go.
weird.
I was like, oh, look at them let it go. They
Because
let them race it to the end.
Daytona,
Yeah,
they crashed.
but I think it's because they started moving. If they weren't, so Daytona, they're steel
No,
cars.
the dude's spinning in the
It-
grass and shit.
Yeah, but I think it's because of the high speed. I don't know. It's just well, it's someone's call. It's what do they call them? The
Yeah,
competition
but they
director's
said something
call.
like, "We're not going to waive it," and I'm like, "But you waive it at
Yeah, it's not. It's a little
at
inconsistent.
Daytona when you could have let the leaders race to the end,
That would have been cool. But
even though Joey
there
probably
must
would have
been-
won."
There must have been something. No, dude, there was more. There was like
Joey was so
they
far
were-
ahead of
they
him.
were- no, he wasn't. There was at the. They weren't even at the last turn 3 yet. He had a lot of space. What we got? Yeah, so William Byron won. Good for him. I like his hat celebration. He brought the big fat hat or whatever. Hat.
So there was
Where did Gibbs go?
There was 18 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah.
Okay, 18 cars.
So this is car handling.
You could have watched William Byron and Kyle Larson go into the pits, right? Stay out. Now those leaders are stuck in the.
Who was in? So 18th. Who was the last one?
AJ. I would just assume
Maybe they
that,
didn't?
like even Freddie Kraft said, he said, why didn't Toyota, 2311, why don't the 45 go in and Bubba stay out?
Maybe they'll
Try 2 different strategies instead of doing this. Like if you've been riding around in 12th place or 20th place, you're really gonna pit and think you're gonna be better than the leader in the last lap?
Maybe it's too early to do those fucking moves.
Why not?
Maybe it's too early. Only his 3rd race of the season.
I'm saying Martin Truex finished 7th. So imagine there was 5 other drivers up there.
Where was he? Oh, see, that's if they figure out where was he before 7th. I think he was in 4th or 3rd.
What, before the crash?
Before the when they went in the pits.
Oh, I don't know
Yeah,
that.
but that's what I'm saying. Did he gain position because of that?
But I'm
Did he
saying you
lose
get
position?
you got a top 10 finish.
Mm.
You get more points for playoffs.
Here's another side of that coin to think of, right?
Okay.
The 19, right? What's the biggest problem with the 19?
No one puts any respect on his name.
Besides that, what's the biggest?
TJ.
What's one of the issues with the 19, especially last year, this year so far?
Guy can't win.
No, why though? It's not the driver. He's getting in a bad situation because of his pit crew is giving him a hard time. Last season, he got screwed over by his pit crew. They changed the whole pit crew for this season, and they already lost a tire. Maybe the guy was like, "Listen,
They did lose
don't
a
go in
tire.
the pits. I'm not trusting them right now. Sorry, bud. You're not showing me. Maybe their pits the whole race.
Or
was
they
crap.
took a gamble and
That's the
say,
gamble though.
all you gotta do is go 1 lap, and if they crash, that's it. But
Still top 10 for him.
they crash and they still let them race.
Bubba got up there too. Bubba got 4th. Good for him. You know who's got a top 10? Fucking the 31.
Know who else
He
got
did
top
that.
10?
He did it. I think he didn't go in the pits.
Know who else got top 10?
Who?
Dana Suarez.
Yep. Trackhouse. So where's Nova? What do you get?
30th.
30th. And what did Ty Gibbs get?
22nd.
And what's the standings so far?
The standings?
Yeah.
Uh,
Because that's the end of the race. It was a very quick
Apparently
race.
I'm in,
Actually, it went pretty fast. I think it was just under 2.5 hours, that race. Which is good. I watched the end of it. It was fun.
standings so far, you got Kyle Busch, Ricky Stenhouse, William Byron,
Yep.
Ross Chastain,
Makes sense.
Alex Bowman, Kevin Harvick, Daniel Suarez, Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, Joey Logano, Chris Buescher, Bradley Keselowski, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, and Bubba Wallace. That's your playoffs right there. If it playoffs were to happen right now.
That's your top 16?
Hold on. I lied. No. It is right.
Top 16?
Because the first 3, they're automatically in because they won.
You're 16 so far.
You're 16 so far. Bottom, Austin Cindric,
I'm just
Corey LaJoy.
I mean, bro. Why would he jump off?
Corey LaJoy.
He's got 3 top 20 so far.
Ty Gibbs is in 20th. Noah Gregson's in.
Where's Noah Gregson?
He's in 30th.
All right. It's got a long season to go. It's okay.
It's not okay.
All right.
It's not okay.
All right. Let's get to the almost last section before we get to next week's
Did you
race.
know Alex Bowman and Daniel Suarez are the only ones that have 3 top 10s?
Interesting.
Daniel Suarez.
He's doing good. Especially on
He's doing good.
different tracks, too.
In Tier 2, Alex Bowman. Killing it. Good for them.
What was I going to say? All
You
right.
think,
so, what do you want to talk about for booing or rooting for this week? What's your feeling? What topic do you want to bring up?
Right.
What question you want to
All right.
ask me? And I'll give you an answer. Either
All
or.
right.
There you go.
Ryan Blaney, is Ryan Blaney the new Casey Kane?
Like once a boo win and only good at certain tracks? I guess so. That's a question you came up. What about rooting and booing? How am I supposed to? Am I rooting and booing?
Are you
Ryan
rooting it
Blaney?
that he is?
All right, here we go.
Is
Ready?
he new
I
Casey
got,
Kane?
I got.
Do you answer
Yes,
mine?
yes. I guess that's a good. I wouldn't.
Would
deny-
you think that he's like Casey Kane?
Yeah.
Doesn't really get the job done, but he's always around.
I guess so. That's a good way of thinking it. Yeah, sure.
It's like a kind of supportive father,
I
but he's
wouldn't-
not really there all the time.
Interesting concept there, but sure. Are you rooting or booing Josh Berry being in a 9 car? Is it worth it?
I'm booing him. Sorry. Oh,
Why you have to give why?
I just feel like Dale Jr. talked all this fucking. He's so good. He's cup ready. This, that, this, and I thought he sucked. I mean, you're in the 9. You're not in a Rick Ware car or anything like that. You're in the 9, and you finished. Where is it? 29. So,
All right. On that note, where did Noah Gregson finish on the race? So Josh Berry beat Noah Gregson, and you're booing the man? Interesting. Very interesting. That's great. That's great. First of all,
Noah had 3
I'm
penalties in the pits. And he got lapped that way.
I'm rooting for Josh Berry because 1, he's an older gentleman and he's getting his chance, and 2, you have to realize it's good. I'm glad to know what's a good thing about this situation. I'm glad he's not doing good in the 9 car.
Why?
Because if some guy jumps in a fucking NASCAR, one of the top NASCAR cars, and ends up fucking driving around just because he has like 2 or 3 seasons underneath his belt, that's not good for competition. That tells you that these cars are too easy to drive that anyone can jump in it. That's my problem. These cars are showing you that it has to be the drivers. If Dale Sr. was still alive and Rusty was still driving, I like to know that these cars give you the same surface area. You're getting those salt and permits because your car, you're the driver. I don't want.
So you're glad that he's not doing good?
Because the car is doing what it should do. The competition this is the top level. This is cup level. I don't want some guy, and I like Josh Berry, to go in there and start blowing out windows. That means, wait a minute, is this car so easy that anyone can jump in it and just be a top 15 car? No.
Are you worried if Josh Berry was better, they would replace
is that even
Chase?
Is that even a serious? Is that even a serious question? Is he fucking serious? Are you serious? Chase Elliott.
Yeah, maybe.
Do I want you? Do I have to run down?
They get rid of Alex Bowman, move him over, and give him the 9.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna give you the satisfaction to even answer that stupid question.
Give Jimmy Johnson the 48. Bring back the 88.
I think you have a hard on for Jimmy Johnson.
What's wrong with Jimmy Johnson?
I don't know. You just love saying Jimmy Johnson.
I like the word Johnson.
What?
Next week we're going to
Phoenix.
Yes. So, no trucks this week, so we can't fuck that up.
No trucks.
All right, we have Xfinity. Who are you picking? For Xfinity.
Austin Hill.
21?
Yep.
I mean, while you're hot, right? I'm going to pick... Ooh. Josh Berry. The 8.
Okay.
Just because of all that shit talking.
Okay.
All right, Cup. Now, listen. This is championship track still.
Okay.
So, I'm on the premise of they're gonna put all their money and their pennies into this. Like, I know Las Vegas is I think Las Vegas is a playoff race. Is it not?
I have my winner.
But I think they're gonna do as much as they can to get all the data they can, especially with this being the championship race. So they're gonna take this is gonna be it should be a good race. That's my money though. Should be a good race. Aggressive racing. Who do you got?
Joey Logano.
You are worse.
Bro, he's just gonna bring the same car that he won the championship with,
He might.
and just,
Oh yeah, this year they could do that.
torch
now.
everybody.
Last year, like
last year you couldn't do it because there was no.
Yeah.
Last year was the first year.
Yeah, you're right. Now they can bring that. Car
And
back.
I mean Ryan Blaney too, but
Yeah.
I'd go with Joey.
Well, I can't pick my boy until 6 weeks from now, but hopefully he recovers fast. Let's see. I'm gonna pick. What is fucking? Is it 1.5 miles? It's a mile and a half, but it's like a dog tail, like a weird track. I'm gonna go with. Wow, who's really good this week? Yeah, it's Hendricks again. I'm gonna go with Larson.
All right.
I feel like Larson got screwed. You feel like he got screwed over last week and just show up this week. This is it, man. This is a big race. I think this race you should really keep your eye on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, cool. Got anything else for us? Here,
Nope.
TJ?
Nope.
Well, I hope you enjoyed. Everyone enjoyed this podcast. We'll be back next week talking about Phoenix.
All right.
Best
Thank
of
you.
luck.